it was very centered on the human body and the primal needs in a raw, sensual way. At times, the four dancers worked tightly together and moved as a group, caressing, fighting, and being intimate. I particularly love the camera work of the bodies entwined, becoming gradually unclothed. Then they became clothed again and went through wrestling and tension, leading to a feast of fruits as they wildly fed each other, and then spiraled out of control in a drunken stupor. The film's score was also very eerie, as was the use of CGI to give the dancers featureless faces and kaleidoscope body parts. Excellent creative
I thought
film.
this was a fantastic piece. There's just moments of it I really enjoyed. Overall, I thought the set and the use of the set or location was really smart. There's just some great sort of cinematic moments in there, and there's this real push and pull with the performance. Yeah, there's just moments that feel really sort of elegant and soft, and then it quickly turns and it feels sort of abrupt and violent, and then it's sensual. It is sort of a roller coaster that way, but it is really smartly done, and it's worth
A
checking out.
fascinating exploration of the various appetites of the human animal. The Yeah, it was just parts of it were even dizzying. The energies, the video composition. What a great setting! Also, where is that place? It's just amazing place to explore, and I think that this film explored all the various possibilities in this gorgeous location, just so ripe with potential. Um, yeah, the performances were spellbinding, and just the commitment of the performers was very almost hypnotic. Really got you into the depths of where the various sides of the human psyche and the human appetites and greed and lust and possession and all of those various sides of the human desires and appetites, like I said, were explored so well in this. It's just it was a very strong
Very
piece of work.
interesting piece. The storyline was really interesting. I think the camera work was fantastic, especially for the kind of like orgy lovemaking scene. Just, kind of zooming into the close-ups and having like really smooth transitions and stuff like that. The eating scene was not what I was expecting. It was really beautiful and artistic, and you kind of see them like devouring this food, and they're enjoying it, and it's very like sensual. And then it kind of takes a turn where they're force feeding this one girl, and then she's kind of in a daze and getting pushed around, and so yeah, it takes like this dark turn, but the technical glitches that were happening from like the editing was really interesting, and it kind of introduced this futuristic, post-apocalyptic, is this real, is it not kind of element, which I thought was really cool. Yeah, I thought this was like overall like a really cool concept. I think it was well done. Yeah, it was an interesting one.
Thought that this was so fascinating to watch and experience. I feel like they did a lot of things really, really well. They played with right on the edge of aggression to passion to this kind of almost brainwashing that took over as all of these different dances are interacting with each other. First, the three of them, and they really played that dynamic interesting. And by the end of their kind of little segment, that was really well done. I think that they played that really, really well. And then as you transition to the other two, and just the two of them dancing, again, a really interesting dynamic that they kind of portray in the beginning, where it's almost aggressive and almost like straight up fighting, but then it turns, you have these moments where you're seeing more depth and you're seeing more complexity to it, and then you have this kind of final moment where the like mask kind of comes over their faces, and then from that point on the dynamic completely changes between all of them. And I thought that they contrasted the two sections really, really well. And then you have this like almost like otherworldly or attitude that kind of takes over them after the kind of mask part happens, which I thought was really well done, because it was just this side of like almost like primal and like animalistic in a way. But they like rode that line really, really close, so it was just that side of it, which I thought was just really beautifully executed, really beautifully done. And they had such a great space to work in with this kind of abandoned building and in this sort of like half broken down state that it was in, which just visually lent itself really well to these kind of types of movements that they were doing.